Today's horoscope, Pisces August 26, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You are no stranger to change, but it may take some reining in of your personal power in order to direct your ability to change constructively. Imagine you are both your own father and your own mother. Depending on your age, this will be easier or harder to do, and create your boundaries, including your actions and language, your limits in relationships and your requirements on the job. You are also in charge of nurturing yourself with the food, the rest, the exercise, the affection you need to survive. Don't forget to give yourself a lot of positive reinforcement. However, dialoguing will also be of great importance. Be as comprehensive as possible and don't try to confirm yourself too suddenly. Be firm while remaining fraternal and responsible. You could get into some fights with friends and family if you're not careful today. Having the moon in your communication sector during the sun's first in Venus last weekend in your relationship sector is advantageous, especially as it coincides with the dwarf planet Ceres' final full day in retrograde motion in your friendship sector. The moon's favorable interactions with the sun yesterday, Ceres today, and Venus before departing tomorrow not only unite these elements but also bring Uranus into focus as he approaches his final week of direct motion in your communication sector. The stars align to create a special day for enhancing communication, friendships, and relationships. In a case of perfect timing, it is just as the sun is spending his first in Venus, the planet of love, her last weekend in your relationship sector, that the moon is making its monthly visit to your communication sector. A friendly aspect to the sun yesterday and to Venus before leaving tomorrow is bringing the communication gods into the loop at what is a special weekend for your relationships. A Venus-Neptune transit influencing early today supports your romantic, intuitive, and creative side. Your appeal is strong, and you express yourself uniquely and creatively. There can be a feeling of unburdening, letting go of negative things or thoughts, and enjoying others. Still, a Mars-Saturn transit brings stop-and-go energy to your relationships, especially as the day advances. Interactions may suffer from poor timing, or others seem disapproving and disinterested. There can be a sense of being blocked, either by others or by circumstances, and this can be frustrating. However, it's also a message from the cosmos to be patient, to wait things out, and to spend a little more time getting things right before pushing ahead with your plans. Whenever a storm approaches, you love to watch the thunderclouds roll in. You stand upon your patio and beckon them to come. However, this week could bring terrible heartbreak and drama that even you cannot handle. It would be wise to not summon the hurricane. Instead, run, or even sprint, to safety before it overtakes you. Today, your planetary co-ruler Mars, igniting your solar 7th house of partnership, will wage war on Saturn, orbiting in your solar 4th house of home, family, and domesticity. Tremendous conflict is likely to consume you around these themes. So don't throw glass or threaten when you're in a space you've built to be sacred. How do you want to handle your commitments? Having a disorganized work-life balance can create unnecessary stress when Mars in Taurus squares Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. The square implies that your obligations could impact the structure of your social life, home life, and private matters. It could be challenging to adjust your commitments, especially if you are passionate about a few of your professional arrangements or partnerships. But if you want to maintain a healthy work and life balance, then you will need to be open to compromise. Compromise is more empowering than disempowering. You are a great creator of systems. You can tinker with every sort of construction, from theories and computer programs to scientific experiments and strategic evaluations. Today, the planets are guiding you. You're a perfect computer, capable of calculating random events into pure reason. If you share your thoughts with others today, you're sure to attract attention. Take a relaxed view of life and let grass grow over old feuds. Enjoy reviving old contacts and wallowing in nostalgia. The conditions are ideal, as you will be receiving a lot of trust and affection. Let your family know how important they are to you and spend more time with them. It's a rocky time for relationships with roommates and neighbors. Tread softly and brush off little irritations. Try to put up with music being played a few decibels louder than necessary. What you want seems to be magically in tune with the people you meet and socialize with. You feel a strong sense of identity and flirt with whoever you meet or find appealing. Others are content to listen to what you have to say, and you benefit equally from their response, enjoying connections you make. Following the good times may be fun, but it may also get you into a bit of trouble down the road. Be careful of spending all of your resources on pleasure without setting something aside for times of pain. The company you keep might tend to encourage your self-destructive behaviors, since they know that you will always be in for a good time, and so you get swept away by the energy of the crowd. A better plan is to stick closely to those who support healthier habits. Sentimentally, today's vibrations could provoke some instability or perhaps a sensation of dissatisfaction. You may feel new desires emerging in your love life. Do you have some fantasies that are demanding to be realized? If this is the case, don't be too impatient. Start by being communicative, because this is probably the best means of getting what you want. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Gemini, you might feel a shift in energy that keeps you on your toes. Gemini is a sign known for its quick wit and mental agility, and this lunar influence can leave you buzzing with thoughts and ideas. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed with your mind racing, unable to shut off the stream of thoughts running through your head? That's the kind of energy you might be dealing with tonight. It's like your brain is stuck in overdrive, making it a bit tricky to slow down, relax, and unwind. If you find that you're more alert than usual, try not to stress about it. Instead, embrace this mental clarity as an opportunity. Sometimes, when we're more awake than we'd like to be, it's a sign that there's something our minds need to process. Maybe there's a creative idea bubbling up that needs to be explored, or perhaps you've been avoiding dealing with something that's finally demanding your attention. Use this time to check in with yourself. What's on your mind? What thoughts keep resurfacing? You might be surprised by the clarity that comes when you allow yourself the space to really explore what's buzzing around in your head. But, of course, this heightened mental activity can also make it hard to relax and get the rest you need. If you find yourself tossing and turning, consider trying some relaxation techniques, deep breathing, gentle stretches, or even jotting down your thoughts in a journal to clear your mind. Sometimes, just getting those swirling thoughts down on paper can be enough to quiet the mental chatter and help you drift off to sleep. Now, with all this mental stimulation, there's a little word of caution. Be mindful of your impulses, especially when it comes to spending. It's easy to fall into the trap of making quick purchases when you're feeling restless or overwhelmed. Have you ever found yourself online shopping late at night, only to wonder the next day if you really needed that new gadget or pair of shoes? The energy right now can make those little impulse buys seem more appealing than usual, but try to resist the urge to make any big purchases or financial commitments unless they're absolutely necessary. If you do need to make a financial decision, take a moment to pause and assess it with a clear head. Ask yourself if this is something you really need, or if it's just a temporary comfort you're seeking. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself to a little something to lift your spirits, but be mindful of the difference between a small indulgence and a bigger commitment that could backfire later. Remember, the energy of Gemini can be fast-paced and sometimes a little scattered, so grounding yourself is key. Have you ever found that when your mind is racing, it helps to take a step back and get a little perspective? Maybe that means reaching out to a friend for a quick chat, or taking a walk to clear your head. Whatever it is, find something that helps you anchor yourself and brings you back to center. And if you're feeling particularly energized tonight, lean into it. Use this time to brainstorm, create, or even just daydream about the possibilities ahead. Sometimes, those late-night bursts of inspiration can lead to some of our best ideas. Just be sure to balance it out with moments of calm and mindfulness to keep from getting too carried away by the buzz of this lunar energy. How do you typically handle those restless nights when your mind won't quiet down? Do you have any go-to strategies for finding balance when your thoughts are racing? Share your experiences. There's always something we can learn from each other's journeys, especially during these times of heightened energy and introspection.